Torah uses that expression. And Aaron was silent. Yesterday we talked about the silence of Birkenau. Maybe it's just better not to talk. But as Richard Rubenstein said, sometimes the only language we have is the language of prayer. That's the language which we use all the time, which has become part of us. Amud Stein.
This photo was taken by the Russians after the war, a little bit later, not straight on liberation. It was used as a propaganda film, obviously, to let the world know what they found. And it was called popularly the photo of the children of the photo. And there's 7 of these children that my sisters. The girl in the front, and the one just behind her, the blonde one. And the young man there with the cap, the peaked cap, is Gabi Neumann, who was like even younger than I was. I think he was 9.5 years old. And he came across this photo in Israel in around about the 90s, the 95 or something. And he said, "This is me." And people said, "Shtriot, that's not true." So he made up his mind that he's going to try and find as many of the children on that photo as he can. He identified, I forgot names. I know them all, but I can't remember them this moment.
Let me just show you.
Do you remember the names?
One sec.
Yeah,
you wrote names, but just to make clear, this is Marta.
Not all, but some, yes.
This is Marta as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
2 weeks after campus, and this is her sister Eva, 13 years old.
Yeah.
13 years old. Yeah.
Through the gate, in a way, the gates of hell. We looked at that monument in Maidanek, if you remember, its title was the Gates of Hell. Well, this really was the gates to hell.
October 1944.
So she's 10 years old,
And
and
my sister's 13 years old, and we come in here, and I mean, I'll just tell you as little as possible out here, because it's cold. I can see you all freezing. And we were first sent to that side of the camp, and before we went to the showers. And it's there that was still families together, that came together. And for some reason or other, we were told to come and report on this side of the camp.
Once you're allowed to do
And
anything at that time, we couldn't work out whether it was 1 day or 6 days or what, because everything was the same and there was nothing to tell you what day of the week it was or what it was. How long it was.
see this picture? Can you see it clearly? Can you see the faces? Can you see it? If you knew them, could you identify them from this picture? Easily, yeah? What does the caption say under it? No one identified. What does that mean? Not
All
only
their
them,
families
but
died.
anybody who knew could identify them was murdered. Did not survive. That's what we look. These numbers of 6 million are so hard to conceive of. Numbers we're talking about again and again. Go over 1 million here, 800,000 there, 1,000 in this other place. What does 6 million mean to me? I look at this picture because it means that anybody who knew these people, could identify them clearly, did not survive the war.
A family of I think 11 kids or 10 kids. It was a really large family, and they were a really wealthy family. Their dad, my great-grandfather, he worked in a lumber business, and I guess back then it was really a really big business.
He passed away before the time survivors really began talking, and he just couldn't talk about his experiences. So it's very difficult for me knowing that there's so many stories and experiences he had, and they sort of died with him, and we don't really know what happened to him. So being here, I kind of feel closer to him and his family and everyone in his family except for, I think, 2 of his siblings were gassed here. So this is sort of as close as I've ever felt to that side of the family, and seeing copies of just the papers saying his name and his tattooed number and where he was is really powerful. But sort of what I'm taking out of this is that we are here and singing last night. Yisrael Chai, it was I can't even explain like how powerful it was because we're still here. So I'll just close with what my mom wrote me in my letter. I can get through it. When I think of you walking through the infamous gates of Auschwitz on Sunday, I can't help but think. Good night.
When I think of you walking through the infamous gates of Auschwitz on Sunday, I can't help but think that Zadie too, at the age of 17 in 1944, was looking at the same surroundings. However, almost 70 years and only 2 generations later, your life is blessed with peace, good fortune, and opportunity. He worked so hard his whole life to provide for his family, and it would make him so proud to know that what he accomplished with you, his beautiful legacy,
So I think just from that, I think what we should all take from this experience is to really feel pride in, even if you don't have family members that perish, really feel pride in the fact that the Jewish people have persevered so much and that we're still here.
It's a very special group of people that is here, and I'm glad I've had the opportunity to be here with everyone, to sort of carry on my memories and my traditions and my family's, the light of my family, and share that with everyone.
יברך את הנערים ויקרב בהם שני. המלאך הגואל אותי, המלאך הגואל אותי מכל רע, יברך את הנערים ויקרב בהם שני. בשם אבותיי, בשם אבותיי, אברהם ויצחק, ויתגו לרוב, ויתגו לרוב, בקרב הארץ. בשם אבותיי, בשם אבותיי,